What's up, guys? It is Flex, and we are going to review Riven. Again, this is Pedro's game. He had if you look on my spectate playlist, it was a Riven game from earlier. It's the same person. He is unranked, but this was versus some low to mid silver people. Okay. Alright, so he's going. It's obviously a normal game because there are two Vaynes, and you can't really have two Vaynes. He is going against a Vayne. Yes, he is. Okay. Vayne is picked and ranked quite a bit, so I'm not gonna say this is like never gonna happen ever. Vayne will get picked. This matchup's actually kind of annoying because she does have like a Riven's. I don't know. Riven's really mobile, but Riven's mobility won't be like be able to won't be superior to Vayne's condemn until after he gets some CDR.
Minions have spawned.
Yeah, Pedro, or Pete, why don't you do a camp? I agree with that question. You should do a camp on Riven. You see me play every day, man. You should know to do a camp. Especially against Vayne, who can harass you hard level 1. Since she's ranged. Okay, so you should have definitely done a camp and gone to lane level 2, so you can at least use you get your E up and you can use it to mitigate some damage, but like I would be very shocked if this Vayne doesn't harass you hard level 1. There's an auto attack, there's another auto attack, there's another auto attack, and you're already almost at half HP. If you would have done a camp, you would have completely mitigated all of your harass level 1, because you're already at half HP. So whoever gets level 2 first, you're using the bushes, and I like that. You're using the bushes. Your last inning is very poor though. But look, see what I mean? Like, you're level 1, she can probably kill you. She will kill you here. She's gonna flash, and you're dead. Like, see, you just took way too much. I bought the wrong items. No. You can still do it with a longsword 3 pots. Okay, it's fine. Just use a pot. Like, that excuse isn't like, it's not viable. Okay. But like I said, like I could have predicted this one for you right now. You're taking too much damage level 1. As soon as she hits level 2, she's gonna all in you and kill you. Like, this is like a play-by-play prediction. And then you jump in because you think you can kill her and deal a lot of damage to her, but she's level 2, you're level 1. Alright? Like, this is why doing a camp is important, because when you do a camp, you're already level 2. And you walk up to and you TP into lane and they're still level 1. You know what I mean? Like, this was like play-by-play prediction here. Like, I already knew this was gonna happen. The flash was very bad on her part, but I can understand why she did it. She wanted to secure the kill. She got first blood. That's worth the flash. She didn't need to do it, but it doesn't matter. She's got 400 gold now. And Riven's gonna miss all this CS. Okay, never mind. There's the TP. That's good. Like, look at all the damage you're taking, like, for free. Yeah, always do a camp. For the love of God, always do a camp. He doesn't have flash, so you can get away with, like, farming here. Like, always do a camp on Riven. You can start with a longsword, you can start with a Dorn's blade, you can start with a Dorn shield, and you can still do a camp. You're using the bush, and that's great. That's what you're supposed to do, but you have to watch out because she can pin you against the wall. Obviously, you're gonna have to be pretty quick with your Valor. Or yeah, Valor, not Broken Wings. And you're dead here. Yeah, I had to burn flash. She doesn't have flash, so I don't see why she's chasing you. Like, I can see that you want to engage, but you cannot engage onto her like that, because just with using those 2 Qs, you're already exposed. Okay. If this Vayne was smart, she would already be kiting downwards here. She would already be orb walking downwards to try and make you come upwards to her minions, and then you would have been dead. But since this Vayne is bad, she kind of just stood there and auto-attacked you. Buy Dorn Shield against AA champs. Dorn Shield would have definitely been good here. Like, it's still not even too late to buy Dorn Shield. You know what I mean? You went 5 pots, 2 green wards. Like, you didn't even put your first green ward down. You don't need another one. Okay. Yeah, that's a kill because he's level 6. But like Zed level 6, you level 4 should like tell you you're really far behind. Vayne is about to be level 6. Be dead. Oh man, you missed everything. Still gonna get the kill, but you missed a lot there. I'm not gonna lie, Vayne is a pretty hard matchup early, especially if you made like that hard mistake level 1. It gets even harder. Because once she gets Blade of the Ring King, she can solo you pretty easily. Okay, when you take this raptor camp, you gotta kill the small ones first. Because the small raptors deal the equivalent amount of damage the big one does. So make sure you kill the small ones. Like when you do a camp as Riven, and you do a raptor camp, you Q all 4 of them. Use broken wings on all 4, but you have to auto attack the small ones. And kill them first. Rip. Alright, so your lane phase is already over. You have 25 farm at 10 minutes. That really needs to get worked on. Like that needs to be improved. I know you're thinking it's hard because like it's a Vayne, and I understand that, but I mean it became even harder when you died that level 1 fight. If you're level 1 and your opponent's level 2, never, ever, ever, ever fight them. Never. Doesn't matter who you're using, who they're using. Just never fight them. Okay, because now you're in a really, really bad spot. Okay, it amazes me how every lane has only 30 farm at 10 minutes. Okay, that's amazing. Like even this Vayne who is beating, like who dominated the lane, only has 2 more farm than you do. So, like wow, the farming here is very, very poor. You know what? I'll promise you something, dude. If you were to just improve on your farming, you would climb. Okay, because normally around 11 minutes, I'm at about 80 farm, 90 farm, 60 if I have a bad lane phase. Okay, that's the equivalent of almost 2 kills. That's like a 2-kill advantage here. So just by farming correctly, you would have enough gold. That comes out to like 600 extra gold. Okay, with 600 extra gold, like right now where you are, that would put you at 1k gold, so you can upgrade your boots, and you would be at, what's your CDR? Your CDR is at 23 plus the 15. You would basically be at 40% CDR right now if you were farming correctly. You would have had your CDR boots already, you would have had your armor pen from the brutalizer, the CDR from the brutalizer, and your mobility would be like really good. Okay, so just farming alone would have brought back any sort of deficit that you gave up level 1. And you gave up first blood, but just by farming better, you would actually be leading her. You know what I mean? You would have an advantage. That's fine since you have the fat shield. No, dude, the brutalizer build is fine. There's nothing wrong. All right. The brutalizer build is perfectly fine. You get armor pen, you get CDR. It's a perfect item. It's a great item to get. Against Vayne, I like it because it gives you movement speed. And that helps when you're fighting her. Easy kill there. But Youmuu's is good against like mobile 80 carries like that. Okay, so you can't say I'm sorry for the brutalizer because the brutalizer is the correct item to build. Okay, you can't like I was gonna rush Black Cleaver. You could, but I mean, Brutalizer is good also. I mean, you got a really squishy opponent in Vayne. Brutalizer just makes it that much easier. I'll work on my farm flex. Yeah, dude, I know, I can understand that you were taking a lot of damage from Vayne, and you didn't want to like take so much damage, so you would give up farm for it. But I mean, you can fight this guy. Yeah, especially with you. I brought Black Cleaver runes. What do you mean you brought Black Cleaver runes? Like, do you have armor pen or something? The like generic rune page is CDR blues, armor yellows, 80 reds, 80 quints. Like, you don't. Armor pen is nice to have on Riven, but if you don't have any AD, then it doesn't really go well with it. So just go flat AD and then get the Brutalizer, and then you have extra AD to stack with the pen that you get from the Brutalizer or the Cleaver. But yeah, I mean, the farming seriously needs to get improved on. Like, the Vayne on your team has 107 farm, okay, to Kallista's 58. And look at the gold differential. Kalista has 3,800 gold, Vayne has 5,100. There's a TP, why are you walking backwards? Let's watch that again. Right here, you need to run this way, upwards. Let the blitz pull you. Pop your ultimate, let the blitz pull you, and you're on top of two people. W, auto attack Q, auto attack Q, auto attack Q, ultimate. Okay. But instead you kind of run downwards, staying in the bush. I mean, you look at the team back here. Vayne will follow. Vayne is incredibly fed. Okay, she's 3-1. She already has Blade of the Ring King to Kallista's recurve bow. So Kalista doesn't even deal that much. She's level 7 Kalista. You're level 10 Riven. This should be an automatic fight here. Okay. You run back and then you go in and you popped your W a little early. If you would have popped it there, you would have gotten a 3-man stun into a 3-man Q, and you would have definitely gotten a kill. At least one kill. Just leave. Bait though. Don't clean it up though. Aw, you should have just killed him. You knew you were diving in deep. Like, you knew you were diving for death here. Right here, you're diving for death. You don't have flash. Or you do have flash, but I mean... You should have just auto-attacked him. Look at that. And you didn't even auto. You just walked away. And then you W'd late. Like, just kill him, man. That was a suicide right there. And you might as well just kill him for it. I'm not even gonna watch. Okay, he killed her. Next thing, go for Tiamat, that's fine. Black Cleaver, you don't need to rush Black Cleaver on Riven all the time. Okay, the only reason I'll do it is if I go against someone like Aurelia or something like that, where I need the CDR early and I need the health or the tankiness, you know? So I'll rush Kindle Gem. You didn't need a flash there, dude. Just wait for your cooldowns to come back up. Can't run away from you. Yeah, you didn't have to flash, man. Okay, something you should have done. You should have definitely finished your CDR boots before your Tiamat build. Okay, I would have definitely done that. The 40% CDR is incredibly important, alright? So that's something you should have done with the build path. Because you need to capitalize, you need to cap out on your mobility here, which means capping out in CDR, because you got someone like Vayne who has Blade of the Ring King for kiting, she has Tumble, she has Condemn. Like, you need it to gap close, you know what I mean? TF stuns, I mean, you need it. Easy. Easy peasy. She wants to face check that. It was dumb. Face checking a Riven with a Ravenous. That's Vayne. Yeah, that's death. Certain death. Could have just shoved out another lane. Vayne was still dead, so you can get away with shoving out another lane. You flank him. You could be fine here. You have a Ravenous Hydra, so as soon as you auto attack anything, you're gonna get a lot of HP back. Just used his E. No, he hasn't used it yet, actually. Here it comes. Not much you could do there. Rengar was just not doing anything.
Red team's turret has been destroyed.
You sold your Brutalizer. Why'd you sell your Brutalizer? You shouldn't have sold it. I think you should have kept it. Kept the Brutalizer, finish your CDR boots, and you're at 40%. Like, you need to decide whether or not, like, how you're gonna build, like, what direction you're gonna build. What you can do is you can go Brutalizer into CDR boots into Ravenous, and then you're at 40% CDR with the Ravenous, or you can rush Cleaver into CDR boots, or no, you can rush Cleaver into Brutalizer, and then Ninja Tab or Merc Treads or something, because Cleaver, Brutalizer, and 10% from Runes and Masteries gives you 40%, 20, 10, and 10. Okay, so you're either gonna go Brutalizer into Cleaver, and then you're gonna get Ninja Tab or Merc Treads, or you're gonna go the must-get CDR boots route, which is CDR boots, Brutalizer, Ravenous, Last Whisper, and you don't get Black Cleaver because it'll overcap you. Okay. But you still have the Brutalizer there, which means you're gonna buy CDR boots. But it's kind of redundant, you see. Like, you should have bought the CDR boots a lot sooner, so you would see that you're overcapped on CDR with the Brutalizer and the Cleaver, meaning you wouldn't buy your CDR boots, you would buy something else, like Tab Eyes or Mercs. Here I would definitely go Mercs. Or you can go Tab Eye and get a QSS, one of those. But yeah, selling the Brutalizer, definitely never do that on Riven. Brutalizer is a really good item. That's like selling Blazing King on Vayne and buying a Bloodthirster. Like, you don't do that, you know what I mean? Or selling a Cutlass and buying a Vamp Scepter. They're both good items on Vayne, but why would you just, I don't know. But yeah, those are your options. If you get 10% CDR in Masteries and Runes, there's a couple of different ways to do it. CDR boots and a Brutalizer, which will put you at 40, or 35, which is similar. Or you go Brutalizer Cleaver, which puts you at 40. Drake is good. First one. Alright, so now you finish your CDR boots, your Cleaver, which puts you at 35 plus the 10, so you're at 40% CDR. Getting to 40% at CDR at 26 minutes is way too long. That's way too late. Okay, you got to do that a lot sooner. CDR boots need to be like the second thing you finish, pretty much. Right here. Did you really need to use your ultimate on that guy right there? Or would you rather use it on someone in the bot lane where they have Blitzcrank and Kench? You know what I mean? Like, you didn't even hit him because he's on you, your ultimate. You didn't even need to use it on him, man. Come on. As soon as he pops Zhonya's, you could just stand there and kill him. And then use Wind Slash right there with the Blitzcrank and the Tahm Kench. And they're dead anyway, but I'm just saying, like, don't always use your Wind Slash to execute the first person you see, especially in the middle of a team fight, you know? God bless 40% CDR. Who could flash? Alright, now you're going for Last Whisper. That's good. You got Distortion Boot. That's good. You don't even, I don't even need to go over that. Nice, kill them with the passive.
Lucky there.
Just leave, dude. Just leave.
The time for talk is over.
You forgot to E. If you would have E ulti W, I think you would have been able to get the stun off. But you could have just left there. What are you going for next? Vamp Scepter PT maybe? Ooh, the bullet hook. There's all I really see here is like maybe 3 really, like a couple small things here and there, but I mean they're not important to the other things. Like the level 1, the farming, and the build path are 3 really major issues that you need to deal with here. Everything else is really small and anyone can make. It doesn't matter what elo you are, but those three main things need to be fixed like ASAP. And I'll go over them at the end here. This game's already over. Y'all are up 20 kills. Okay, so as Riven's level 1 against ranged characters is actually pretty she's not that, I mean, she's exposed. Think about it. She's a melee. She's very squishy. You started with a longsword, so you don't have any extra health. So you're gonna get harassed level 1 hard against someone like Vayne, Renekton, like Pantheon. Like, you're gonna get harassed hard level 1. So a solution to that, what people do is take a jungle camp. When you take a jungle camp, you completely 100% avoid all level 1 harass. Okay, and you come into lane level 2, so you already have your shield from Valor, and you have your gap close from Broken Wings and your damage. Okay, so if you would have walked into lane level 2 or TP'd into lane level 2, you take no damage level 1, and you have experience advantage over a Vayne, which is really, really strong. Okay, so that's one major thing. That's the first thing. The second thing was fighting her when you were still level 1. I can understand that you think this is an AD carry on the other team, I should fight her and I can kill her. But I mean, she's level 2 and you're level 1. I mean, there in no scenario would I ever fight anyone at level 2 as I'm level 1. I just won't. Because the level 1 and level 2 difference is really, like, big. Okay, you go from 520 health to 620 health or something like that, you know? So I would definitely not. That's just an example. I would definitely not fight anyone level 2 if I'm level 1. Okay. Next thing is farming. Farming really needs to get improved. Vayne had 236 farm in 34 minutes. That's okay. Which is 60 more farm than you had. Okay, so that's probably a goal. Like, the goal is at 10 minutes to have 70 creeps, 70 farm at 10 minutes. Okay, a really good challenger farm is probably, and I'm actually gonna throw it out there. Challenger farm is a really loose term. Like, oh, challengers always get this farm by 10 minutes. That's false. That's a lie. Okay. Every single game, a mid lane challenger player does not always have 80 farm, 90 farm in 10 minutes, okay? That's not how it works. When I say challenger farm, I mean like the average farm that someone in that higher elo would have, okay? Normally, with normal ganks or whatever. Like, if you're camping a lane, obviously it's not going to be the same. But normal farm and like where you want to go at and where you want to set your goal is like 60, 70 farm by 10 minutes. Okay, not 30, because everyone on your team had like 30 farm by 10 minutes. 10 minutes except for the Vayne. Okay, a kill is equivalent to 28 CS. That's what a kill is equivalent to. So if you have 28 CS over your opponent, you basically have a kill over your opponent. Alright, and you need to keep that in mind, which is why this Vayne was so strong and level 17, the highest level in the game. Look, Vayne is level 17, Kalista is level 13. I mean, this is because of the farm. 236 farm to 118. Okay, the experience advantage is ridiculous. Okay? So, this is what I'm talking about. Alright, level 16 to her level 15 because you have more CS. You have 40 more CS, so you're the higher level. Like, you gotta think, CSing is so important. It's not, oh, it just gives you gold. No, that's not it. It gives you experience. It gives you advantage because from experience. It gives you gold. It gives you advantage from gold. What's advantage from CS? I mean, what's advantage from experience? Well, advantage from experience is like, I just hit level 6 and she's level 5. I have an experience advantage. So, a level 6 Riven will slaughter a level 5 Vayne. That's what I mean about experience advantage. Okay? And that's not the only scenario. Level 11 is another spike. Level 9 is a spike. Power spikes are level 6, level 9, level 11, I think level 16, I think. Or 15. Those are power spikes. Especially for Riven, because level 6 you get your ultimate, level 5 you max out one of your spells, normally Q or E, level 11 you level up your ultimate to level 2, and then 16 or 15 is it the third time. Okay, this is why farming well is important. Another reason why farming well is important is it gives you gold. Okay, you have a 2,900 gold lead over Vayne, so you have better items than Vayne. You have boots 2, you have boots 3, and 3 full items. She has boots 3 and 2 full items. And you both have components. So you're obviously winning the build path game because you have more farm. Like I said, kills, I think 20 kills or 28 farm, that might be a stretch. It might be 18. I'm not exactly sure. So one of those two. Okay, it's 18 or 28. Regardless, you still got about 2 kills over this girl, over this Vayne. Okay. So CSing, very important. The level 1 to level 2 fight, very important not to do. Taking a camp level 1, very important if you're against someone who harasses early. I.e. Renekton, Darius, Vayne, Pantheon. And yeah, I mean, that was the biggest problem I saw, just the farming, the level 1 fight, and what to do level 1. Never start with a longsword neither. You always start with a Doran's Blade or a Doran Shield, and then take the camp. Doran Shield would have been a lot better here, because obviously it's Vayne. Oh, other big problem that I saw was selling the Brutalizer. Good lord, do not do that. Okay? Again, I'm going to break this down for you. There are 2 ways to do this. You have 10% CDR from your runes. Okay, that means you need to get 30% from your items to cap out. Now, there are 2 ways to get 30%. You can get CDR boots, or 40%. You can get CDR boots and a Brutalizer. That'll put you at 35, which is still fine. The difference in CDR between 35% and 40%, not that big, okay? I on the other hand have OCD, so I need to be 40%. But there are 2 different ways to do this. You can get CDR boots and a Brutalizer, or you can get a Black Cleaver and a Brutalizer, okay? Black Cleaver, Brutalizer is 40%, CDR boots, Brutalizer is 35%. Regardless of what you do, you need to get the CDR first, okay? You need to get Cleaver into CDR boots, or CDR or Cleaver into Brutalizer, or CDR boots, Brutalizer. Like, you have to do it, okay? You can't just hold off on your CDR boots until 29 minutes into the game. Alright, so the 2 options are you rush the Brutalizer into CDR boots, or you rush the Cleaver into Brutalizer. Those are your 2 options. Okay, those are the ones I choose, at least. Like, obviously, if you're upper level box Riven, you don't need to follow that. You can do whatever you want, okay? And use mechanics to win. But when I play Riven, I use the CDR to win. Okay, I use my spells. So those are the 2 scenarios which you should do. Now, what you did was you brought the Brutalizer and boots, and then you went towards Ravenous, which still kind of only puts you at 20-some% CDR. Okay, like, you have to finish the CDR first. You have to, especially against someone like Riven, against someone like a Vayne, TF, Tom Kench. You need the mobility. Okay. So those big things. Recap real quick: the items, big deal. The farming, bigger deal. The level 1 and level 2 fight, big deal. And the taking the camp level 1 against ranged harass or bullying lanes, very important. Okay, fix those things and you'll be good. Honestly, you can get away with just fixing the farm and you would climb. Okay, that's the only way to put it. All right, good luck. I invested a little more into this game because one, Pete, you've been watching my stream a while, man. So I really want to make sure that you understand and you grasp the importance of things like farming. And I'm trying to emphasize on it because I want you to succeed. Okay, and I want you to do better. This goes for everyone watching. If you're watching my stream or watching this video, I want you to be a better player. Okay. But good luck. 4 things that were important. Just go over them and work on them.